even blame. We can't even blame our favorite WAP.
Just go into the user settings. I'm sure it's probably going like, yeah, I'm not doing your.
No. It's looking at logic capture. Right, hang on. How do I do this? Right, turn off camera. I know what I'll do. Turn off camera.
Add new
Turn
camera.
off logic capture. HD 20.
And so this is Christmas. Oh, and what have we done? Blimey. Who's that good looking rooster right there? He's a lot sexier than my two little dots.
Oh god, well, with this matting on me, it's ridiculous. I need to sort something out.
Scruffy lives matter. Just remember that.
Scruffy lives matter. I mean, so this is going to look really weird on the videos because normally my logic capture is a little bit more zoomed in than this. But anyway,
I actually quite like it. It actually fits better in my squares.
We're going to make this work.
My squares appreciate you.
We're going to... Oh, hang on. There we go. Okay, I'm just realising on my recording I do not look in the right position whatsoever, so that's fine. Right, anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dorks Down Under, Season 3, Episode 14. 14?
I don't know. We have missed a couple because I'm shit.
The reason why we're hesitant, ladies and gentlemen, we've missed a couple of weeks due to personal circumstances. That's all we need to say.
Yes.
But we are back. We are ready to go. We are looking forward to it, and I've not got much to report, but I'm very much looking forward to discussing the things I've got to discuss.
Blimey. Yeah, no. To be fair, I have done nothing. So as Jordan said, there was some personal issues. My 97-year-old grandmother passed away. So I have been dealing with funerals, with lawyers, because supposedly we record this on a Sunday, as of Friday, we were meant to hand her house over to the new owners. But we couldn't, because obviously she just recently passed away, so we need her death certificate to be able to do it, otherwise it goes into this trust and could be lost to the government. So this is the weirdest thing. So I contacted the lawyer, I'm like, listen, bro, have you heard from this buyer? And he went, I've got no idea. I haven't heard anything. And I'm like, fuck.
Okay.
Saturday morning, I get a phone call from the lawyer. Oh, the guy called me back. It's all fine. He understands. You can take the extra time. So for 2 weeks, we've been trying to contact this guy, stressing out. This dude had just gone on a holiday to Fiji. And in his eyes, he would just be like, yep, as soon as he gets the confirmation, he'll call his banker. His banker will transfer it. He won't worry about it.
Okay. But also, he's very much on the appreciation of it is what it is mentality that
it's really good because we've found out now that obviously he's just going to rent it out. So he's like, if it's a couple of weeks, I understand. I'm really sorry for your loss. Really lovely guy, actually. But made me shit myself for probably about 2 weeks then. So oh my God. So you know how we DocuSign everything and we sign everything online nowadays?
Oh, yeah.
Half of this stuff I can't sign online. And I'm like, okay, but I'm not just the only next of kin or the estate. My mum and my uncle are, who are there, my grandmother's daughters and son. And they're like, yeah, but you signed the original paperwork, so you have to sign it. You can sign a paper saying that they can also sign it, but because you're the main person on it, you're doing this. I'm like, okay, cool. Send through the paperwork, I'll sign it, I'll send it back. No, you got to sign it in front of me. I'm like, so...
Oh, you need witnessing, yeah.
So I've got to be in there Monday to Friday, because that's the only time this lawyer friggin' is open, so that I can sign this paperwork to tell them that because I can't make it in that time, I can get somebody else to sign it, or I can just sign the original paperwork. And the guy's like, pretty much. I'm like, I've
gotta love bureaucracy.
I said to him, I'm like, I've literally got like 4 lawyers and half a dozen accountants that work like right near me. Can I not just sign it, get them to witness it, and send it through? No, because technically it has to be in front of me.
Oh, for God's sakes. What a pain.
So I've had 2 weeks of stressing and grief, organising funerals, organising this house sales, and all of a sudden, and then to finally, like, I'm like, I haven't heard from him Saturday. Okay, because what we have to do is if he had said, no, I need it by that day, we would have to go to court, pay anywhere between 4 and 8 grand, and get it pushed through.
Bloody hell. All right.
Yeah, so, yeah, and then he was so chill about it. But on the plus side, I have this.
A bit of subtlety.
It's called Subtlety, and it's got hard apple iced tea, but it does have a cool little word just above there.
Oh yes, I can see the word above there. But anyway, funnily enough, that ties into something I want to discuss. Funnily enough, technically, because it's tea, which is I've been dispensing some liberty myself.
Is this more Helldivers? This is turning into Dorks Down Helldivers.
Dorks Down. What's wrong with that? I don't
Nothing.
see any problem with it.
I really need to buy this freaking game.
You need to get this game, brother. But yes, basically.
Oh my god! Imagine putting vodka in apple ties.
Oh.
With a touch, and it has this little hint tea flavour in the back palate.
Apple ties. I've not had apple ties in ages.
It's like having an apple ties, putting a black tea bag in it, and then just adding a shot of vodka. But the problem is the tea's really subtle in the back palate afterwards. I'm like,
see, I'm not a fan of tea, but that sounds quite nice actually.
It's gorgeous.
Quite tasty. Anyway, yes, I do want to discuss the drama, and it was a drama. Let's be honest, it was a big drama.
Don't tell me one of your sons got killed or something. He's like,
no. I've not heard from them for a while, and there's probably a good reason why. Basically, so
okay, now
let's rewind the clock. Literally, probably about 3 weeks ago now. When the game was released, basically it was available on Steam and it was available on PlayStation Network and everything else and blah blah blah. And of course, we all wanted the Xbox community to join us because why not? You know, we're all enjoying the game. The Xbox lot all wanted to get in as well, you know, and everything else. But basically, PlayStation originally when the game was released, apparently if you bought it on Steam, you would have had to originally sign up for a PSN account. Like if you buy, you know, if you want to play World of Warcraft, you got to sign up for a Blizzard account or. If you want to play Fortnite, you've got to sign up to Epic.
But the difference is, though, is you can't... But, like, if I sign up for a World of Warcraft account, i.e. Blizzard account, I can't buy it through Steam. I can only buy it through Blizzard. So you're telling me that if I bought it back in the day on Steam, I would all of a sudden have a PS account?
What was meant to happen, because, of course, when they were getting towards the release date, certain things weren't working, because, you know, it's a video game. It's a live game as well, so things weren't working. They turned that feature off. So it said that if you buy it through Steam, it wouldn't tell you have to have a PSN account. Fine. Fair dues. PlayStation then said, we're turning it on. You have to turn it on. It's been, I think at this point, it's been a couple of months, and they said, right, we're willing to have good graces, but it's now expired.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Totally get it. However, the problem is Steam is available worldwide.
Yes.
Okay, as we know, Steam's available in every country. I mean, probably some countries it's not, but anyway. But let's say 95% of the world you can access Steam.
Yes.
However, PlayStation Network is not available in certain countries. Exactly 177 countries to be exact. Of which Steam is available. So the problem that occurred... So this is the big problem. The problem that occurred is that people had bought this game.
Yeah.
They've been playing for a month, maybe a month and a bit, whatever time frame it was. And then they've been told that if you do not sign up to a PSN account by this date, it's going to be disabled. And of which point Steam are like... Steam in this, right, for start off, are heroes. Because they're caught in the crossfire.
Okay? Yeah. Holy Jesus.
So Steam have actually, they allowed people, even if they play, because generally the Steam policy is that if you play less than 2 hours and you don't enjoy the game, you can get a refund.
Yes.
Because you've tried it, you've gone, nah, it's dog shit, I want my money back.
Makes sense.
You know, which is completely fine. But basically they said, listen, even if you've played over 2 hours and you're in one of these countries, we will refund you straight up. Great.
That is amazing.
Well done, Steam. Steam, get it. They understand. Arrowhead were livid about PlayStation demanding this. In fact, the best bit about it is their community manager kind of said, I'm not going to go tell you to negative bomb review on Steam to make people aware. But it was read between the lines, and basically that's what anyone who bought it on Steam changed their review thing from positive to negative, and it went. So basically, as you could imagine, the trend of popularity of this game was high, getting bad, and then boom, straight down.
Damn, son.
And the best thing about and obviously, all in all, basically, PlayStation decided to say, right, we aren't going to force the feature through. Fine. The problem is that those 177 countries are still banned, sort of thing.
Oh, shit. So
they're still. Yeah, they're still banned. You know, they're still banned.
So we're not going to force it, but
yeah, pretty much it is. It has been forced, but realistically, because what the community did, which was this negative review wave, which impacted sales on Arrowhead, which Arrowhead were forced to say, "You're being dicks. Look at what you've done."
Oh man!
And the fact that we got PlayStation to back down was even.
But the fact that they still banned all those people, kind of shit.
Oh no, they're still banned. And don't get me wrong, it sucks, and it really does. But the fact is that it was hilarious that someone explained it. That what Helldivers has done in terms of a video game community. I've just realised I'm not recording, so I hope you are.
So do I now. No, yes, I am. But one thing I must say though, like I'm just having a look, so I've just gone into the Steam page, and it's got well deserved, great game, anti-cheat clause crashes every 10 minutes for a month now. Please fix whatever.
Yeah.
But then it's also got until you re-release all the countries back, I won't play again. The community is now fractured, and then it's like I'm from the Philippines. That should be enough, and like all these different things. Oh my god, there's a lot. Some of these guys too have got like 200, 300, 400 hours.
Yeah, no, honestly, it is terrifying.
Brutal.
But what was really funny because we got them to back down per se. They did, but obviously in terms of everything, it doesn't look like they did, which is fine. But what was really funny is the memes that came out, because of course in the game what we're doing when we're doing a mission, like there's generally like a weekly mission or maybe a couple weeks, and it's called a major order, and the memes that came out, major order defeats Sony.
Oh, I saw things like that, but I wasn't entirely sure what it was. But yeah, it does look like. So I remember this game when it first came out, and it was at like high 90s. For its rating, 93 or 94 was the first time I think I went to buy.
Yeah, I think it was 94.
And it's now 66.
Yeah, no, it is basically the players who are unable to play have kept their review negative for obvious reasons, and that's completely fine. Totally agree with it. It's hilarious how it made such big news, but the best one was I saw it wasn't a YouTube, it was a TikToker who was talking about that what Arrowhead have somehow inadvertently done, right? And I kind of agree with this statement, is they have unionized an entire gaming group franchise.
Yeah.
Because we're all brainwashed for liberty.
But it's not even that, though. Like, I do think it's kind of disgusting, because now, okay, PlayStation, you own this game, you've done this. And if Steam is going to, like, obviously refund all these people, and to be fair, there would have to be a lot. Like, it's not going to be just a few. Like, PlayStation is going to hemorrhage all this money. Like, you've just lost so much money by doing this. True, off the Steam ones, they're probably not going to be making 100% like they would off the PlayStation.
Yeah.
But, like, holy crap, like, they would have to...
It's what's really funny is literally, it's just because the way the player base immediately reacted and went, what are we going to do? And everyone was like, if you bought it on Steam... Even if you can play it, just change your reaction, change your review, and the best thing is, right, there's a graph. You can see a graph through various websites of the popularity, and there's this image. And the best thing is when Sony backed down, Arrowhead released an image saying, "Oh, we're thinking of this new cape design idea," which is there's these 3 or 4 bars, as you can imagine.
Are they slightly leaning over? So it looks like these almost like these.
No, it's
1, 2, 3.
It's straight. It's like, oh, it's popular, and it's like, oh, we're just releasing. We're thinking of these design concepts for a new cape. We don't know what everyone thinks.
I thought the 3 bars. I thought the 3 bars were going to be like this, like the old PlayStation logo from PlayStation 1.
Oh no! We're talking about the literally side by side comparison of what the popularity is month or week on week, or whatever it was. It is like, but the fact that Arrowhead get it is hilarious.
and I must say, it's a big call to be like, can you guys tank our game?
Oh yeah,
like, you know what I mean? That's
right. To be fair, that community manager who did maybe suggest it. We're not saying he did.
No.
We're not saying he did.
Technically,
We're not saying he did.
what's that word that word that people use so they don't get in trouble? Allegedly. Allegedly.
Yes, allegedly, he may have suggested something, which, it's allegedly. He was fired from Arrowhead.
Oh, was he?
Well, he was fired as community manager. I've got a feeling he's now working. He must be in R&D. He must be a ledge. He's going to be somewhere. They're not going to let talent like that go to waste.
He's no longer the community manager. He's now head of marketing.
He probably is as well. That's the best thing.
But the thing is, though, is Arrowhead have to be like, this is kind of bad. Like, you're tanking our game. And that's the thing, though. 177 countries. Like, yeah, true, they may not be the biggest countries in the world, but how many countries are there? Isn't there only...
Hang on. You say that. I'll tell you one of the countries off the top of my head that I know it doesn't allow a PlayStation Network. It's China.
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay, so according to this, the list is divided into two groups ranked by countries. According to this, there's as of 2016, there's 195 countries in the world.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so as of today, there's 195, which means that there's only 18 countries that pretty much has this game.
Yeah, it's not been pretty. It's really not been pretty, but. And it's really funny because, of course, we filled the last two major orders in the game, which is obviously progressive. And I'll tell you what, Joel is doing a beautiful job with the storyline. He really is. I still love this game. I'm still involved. I still get it. But the fact is that we filled two major orders because we do not have enough player base to complete it, because of course he set it, because of course when the major orders have been set, it's like, for example, we had the kill 2 billion bugs, right? We had that at the height of when everyone was active, completed within 14 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
He set the same thing, but for the robots, for the automatons. Set that 2 billion automatons. If you do it, we're going to give you a reward. You're able to get the new anti-tank mines. Great. 5 days went, we only got to 75%. That shows you the difference in terms of how many people we had. Completed in 14 hours, couldn't finish in 5 days. It was that.
Far out.
Yeah, that's the difference. But the fact is that Joel is writing the story so well. So we filled that. We've now built recruits. We're now, we're developing training camps for the new Galactic War. So we're declaring Galactic War now. Great, fab.
Why not? I was going to say that's not good.
Because it was funny, because there was ages ago, I think about a month ago, there was a script leaked from Arrowhead, basically, and it was the entire where they're going to take things to go. Like, the bug eradication system we've installed is going to fail, it's going to go to this, it's going to go to, sort of a general rough idea, not plotted out to the nth degree, but here's the titles, and you can from that, you can kind of work out what the problem is. And basically, we were on script. We're now no longer on script. People are freaking out. We don't know what to do now, sort of thing. So now we're just trying to do the best we can with what we've got. And I think Joel's had to dial down difficulty a little bit.
Yeah, because you've literally just got rid of probably maybe half, if not 90%.
I reckon a worst case scenario, we've probably lost half the player base. I reckon.
Yeah, so it looks like here too. Not only that, but Russia's also gone.
Oh, we're screwed.
So according to this, it says Sony has now removed Helldivers in regions that do not have PS Things account, right?
Yeah.
But then it's got here, obviously it's got it hasn't got all of them, obviously, but it does, I won't lie, somebody's posted a meme from, Animaniacs, where he's like, and that's exactly what they've done, and I'm like, that is amazing. But yeah.
I love it.
But wow, it is insane,
It is insane when you think about it. The fact is that, okay, right, fine. I understand.
You sure China's on here? Because China's telling me that it's still available.
Or maybe I'll say someone said China to me the other day.
Yeah, Russia. It's got South Asia, which doesn't really help. But it looks like oh what bullshit Antarctica.
Oh, what really? So hang on. So hang on. I get called up. I have to go to Antarctica to do some
You
research.
can't play PS2.
Physics. I can't play my PS2 there. That's bullshit. That's absolute dog shit. That is.
I must say though,
That's
like
bullshit.
out of all the countries, I'm like, that's one you have to list. Like really, like it's like, oh, it was available before, but now no.
Oh my god, I feel so sorry for the guys stuck in Antarctica who are geeks and they don't get a chance to play on the PlayStation.
I'm curious what their internet's like. To be fair,
I guarantee you the internet's probably top notch there. I guarantee it'll probably make like the best countries' Wi-Fi like internet speeds look like dog shit.
yeah.
So basically, for your comparison, it's probably like liars.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's like yes. The other one that find it funny though is it's got like a list of all these ones, and obviously there's a lot of African nations, but there are some big ones like Pakistan, and stuff like this, like ones that are going to be like massive. Like Russia's another one.
Why isn't I understand that maybe PlayStation is available? Like, obviously, it's a Japanese company. If it is banned by China, fine. Totally get that because of animosities and everything ongoing. Yeah. But it's like, why? Why is it? It's like, surely, can they not like smooth over, grease some palms and whatnot to, get the wheels turning and allow the, because they're just missing out on customers.
What's the weird one too is United States minor outlying islands, which means some of those islands off the United States actually don't have it.
So we're talking
probably be it'd probably be the ones off Alaska, the ones off Maine and stuff like that, the small little ones, and the ones that they kind of do. But like it is weird, like
Saskatchewan or
one that always makes me laugh every time I see it is Christmas Island. What? So those giant friggin' heads can't play? God damn it! It's got Japan on here.
That can't be. No, it's a Japanese company. It can't.
This package cannot be activated or purchased in certain countries, and it's got a list of them. And one of them, so it has Jersey, obviously. So if you were back in England and you went to that little place called Jersey, can't do it. Jamaica, Jordan, Japan, Kenya. That's the list of the ones in that area.
Hang on. There we go. Okay, that can't be right.
100%. I'm going to send it to you just because I knew you wouldn't believe me because you're a douchebag. No, I'm not going to believe you.
It's absolutely. I'm surprised you're not calling me a douchebag for turning up late today. Anyway.
No, to be fair, it's all right. I was doing Cherish's YouTube video plus finishing up 2 reviews. One of them was the fire noodle eating champions. So my dumbass. So whenever I do a review, so for anybody out there, whenever I do a review, I invite some friends over. Quite often, if I know that we're doing a review on, say, Cowboys or something like that, what I'll do is I'll go out and get some barbecue or get something like that. For fire noodles, I decided to go out and get some fire noodles. So I just went to the local Coles and there's these ones called, I'm going to brutalize it, but I think it's Samyang. So SAMYANG, hot chicken ramen noodles. And it's got times 2 hot. And that's what it's got written on the pack. Red little pack, all good.
Times 2 hot. What does times 2 hot mean? At least give a Scoville rating.
That's what I'm saying. Like I didn't know, but like, so I will. If I'm editing this one, I will put the picture up of what it is. Oops, I just sent you the wrong image. But
yeah, hang on. No, I'm just having a look at the Twitter that is linked to. That's what you God forbid. Jesus.
So I got these things thinking, okay, cool. I'll have some fun. Me and 4 of my friends decided, or 3 of my friends decided to get these. So I thought what we'd do is we'd eat these, and while we're still got hot in our mouths, we'd play this fire noodle game. And it's this crazy, insane dice rolling game. Hell of a lot of fun. Actually really loved it in this tiny ass tin. But when all of a sudden things are so hot that even when you're drinking beer, it doesn't really do anything. And then your mind has that kind of thing where you just don't think straight.
And where you panic? Yes.
I don't even know. Like, it was to the point where we ate them and then we started to play and then the heat kept building. And then we were kind of like, it was almost like our brains were working at about 35% because the brain, like all this heat had taken our brain power. So we're rolling dice and at times I'm like, I've just rolled 3 mushrooms and all I need is a mushroom. Why haven't I picked that up? And I'm like, but as I'm thinking that, I've grabbed the 2 dice, one having a mushroom, and re-roll it and go, what the hell? So the first game was a bit hot, and then we won't lie, we went out and got boost juice and some bubble tea that was milky just to stop it, like to the point where we had to stop out after the first game because it was so fucking hot. And I'm like, and I like spicy food. It was a nightmare. So, yes.
Right, note to self, if you ever do visit, when you finally do come and visit me, and in my humble abode, I need to make you chicken wings so we can do the hot wings challenge.
Well, I'm good with that, but like it was funny because
you won't be.
I'm okay. I'm okay with dying. Like I don't have a thing, but like this. But you know when you're eating hot. So like when we were in Canada, Lee, myself, and other Lee were all out and we're having wings, and we're like, oh, can we have they're like, oh, can we get some hot wings? And she's like, oh, how do you want them? And I'm like, what are the flavours? And she's like, oh, I've got mild, this, that, and suicide. And Lee and I, without looking at each other, just went, suicide. She's like, okay. So we're eating these things, and they're amazing, like hot as crap. But I find when you know you're eating like proper hot, it's a lot easier to get your mind right. With these ones, I thought it was just going to be like a warmish one. And I'm like, my ass hurts. And I haven't even pooped yet.
Honestly, because I have quite a hot sauce. In fact, I've been banned. I'm not allowed to buy any more hot sauce bottles until I have brought the collection down a little bit.
So in other words, when I come over, you want me to buy you some hot sauce as a present?
I've got because you've seen Hot Ones.
Yeah.
I've got their sauces. Although the one sauce I need to get a hold of that I ran out of because it was so damn good. It was Fiji Fire. Oh my god, that one is spicy. And just honest to God, it's like I was using it as an everyday hot sauce.
Oh Jesus Christ!
But it was funny because I was like, oh, this is great for me. And then some people are trying it and they're like, it's like
Fiji hot sauce. Let's have a look. Vegan, non-GMO, non-artificial, low sugar, gluten-free, garlic-free, dairy-free. So it's healthy.
It's fabulous.
Supposedly. It's got here Fiji Fire Native Bongo Chili Hot Sauce.
I'll tell you what, it's got kick in it. It does have some kick in it.
Natural brewed vinegar, fresh Fijian Bongo chilies, 30%, sweet carrot, wild Fijian turmeric, and Tasman sea salt. I was like, sounds fancy for a hot sauce.
I'll tell you what. Honestly, the every now and again, because the best thing I loved about moving to New Zealand, right, was that I'm able to go to Pack and Save sorry, I need to say Countdown. I should say Woolworths now.
That is so weird because I remember when I first went there when I was there for the Rugby World Cup, I was like, Countdown, that is the best name ever. Why don't we change it to Countdown? And then I find out that we haven't just not changed it to Countdown. We've changed theirs to Countdown. I was like, bloody hell.
Yeah, so now it's Woolworths. But basically the best thing is that, because in the UK, if you want chicken wings, you can buy chicken drumsticks, you can buy chicken thighs and all this stuff, but you can't buy what is traditionally known as like a chicken, like a bar, like going to a bar and ordering chicken wings. You can't get those. No, you can't get those at like Tesco or wherever. You would have to buy
I don't
chicken
know.
thighs. You'd have to buy chicken thighs and cut them up.
No, why couldn't you just buy the wing?
No. So you can buy chicken thighs or chicken drumsticks, but you can't buy.
You can't buy the wings.
No, you just can't buy. Well, here they're called chicken nibbles, and I was like, "What the hell are chicken nibbles?" And when I looked at the pack the first time, I was like, "Oh, these are chicken wings."
Yeah,
belter.
I was going to say because normally all you do is buy the wings and you just joint, throw away that little bullshit bit.
Yeah, but the fact is, right. So in comparison, is that obviously I could do that and I get some really good meat. Some really good meaty ones, but the fact is that when you want chicken wings, you want bite size. You just want, it's like finished within like less than 10 seconds. Like, bam, that's what you want. It literally, the fact is that I discovered here, and I was like, oh my god, for like $10, I get myself a pack of 30. Fabulous, awesome. And I thought to myself that this is the best thing ever. Why don't we do this in the UK? And I just love, and every now and again I do. I always have. There's always a pack in the freezer, Because every now and again, I was like, you know what, I want chicken wings today. I'm gonna have chicken wings for lunch.
Especially
And
that's one thing that I said to Cherish. I'm like, I really want a barbecue, and one of those reasons to have a barbecue is just I love chicken wings on a barbecue. Because especially here, most butchers, like we've got these, like this is the weirdest thing. We used to have butchers, and they used to serve and then they used to have some chicken there as well. Now we actually have chicken shops, which is just bizarre to me. That I'm like, there's not that many cuts of a chicken, but somehow they have like these chicken shops that have like everything. But they have like cordon bleus and schnitzels and all this pre-made stuff, and then you've actually got the actual bits of the chicken, and it's about this big. But they actually have like chicken drumettes, as they call them, or chicken nibbles, or chicken
I'll
wings.
tell you now, I'm not taking any blame for the British influence over the chicken shop. All right, I'm not taking
No,
any
not those sketchy ones.
Now.
I'm talking about ones where you buy fresh produce. So like a butcher,
right, okay.
but it's for only chicken. So you literally have like diced chicken breast in this one little bit, and then you have about 4 or 5 other things where it has like skewers and those chicken nibbles or chicken drumettes, as some people call them here as well, which just seems stupid. Like, it's not drumettes, it's fucking
drumettes.
Drumettes.
What the hell's a drumette?
So you know how in the wing you get the joint that is the shoulder blade that goes down, and then you have the one with the 2 bones, and then you have the little wing. Yeah. This little bit that's the shoulder blade, because it looks like a mini drumstick, these fuckers call it a drumette. Because it's like a drumstick.
So they're using basically that's a nibble. That's still a nibble, because a chicken nibble is those 2 small pieces, which is the double bone and a drumette.
Yeah.
God forbid.
Yes.
No.
And that's the weirdest thing. So for anybody listening, so the drumstick. The wing obviously has 2 parts, which has the shoulder joint that goes in, then it has the 2 bits where there's 2 bones, which is lighter, obviously, for them to flap their wings, and the little tip. The tip's normally thrown off and just kind of shit. But we have drumettes, and we have the wing, or some people call it the flat of the wing. So we have the drumette.
I'll take the flat. The flat makes sense.
The flat makes sense. But the other name for it is the wingette. So you have the drumette, the wingette, and the tip.
No.
So I'm in commercial cookery school, and I've obviously at this point I have learnt about food. I know enough about it. I am a fat kid, so I've eaten enough of it to know. And when they were describing this to me, I was like, "What? So you talking about the top of the wing, the flat, and the tip, and you're calling it the drumette because it kind of looks like a drumstick, and you're calling it the wingette because pretty much you just want to stick with thingo. Why isn't it the tippette?" So that's why I'm calling it the drumette, the wingette, and the tippette, just to be a jackass. But it is.
Did you? All right, no, this is completely going off topic now.
Like we ever do.
Like because that never happens on this podcast ever. But I don't know, because obviously I understand you know, I knew that you spent time in the UK.
Yes.
And you've experienced some of the British culture. Did you ever have they say when I grew up in the north, they were called chicken drumsticks, but they were actually turkey drumsticks. It was this essentially.
In America, they call them turkey legs.
It sounds awful the way I'm going to describe this food. It sounds bad. Basically, it's a processed thing. It was a frozen bag of things that you would cook in the oven. It was processed chicken, in a drumstick shape, coated in breadcrumbs.
Oh,
okay. But as we well know now, given how old we are, is that whenever anything is processed, it is all the last tiny scraps of meat on the thing. But I tell you what, I used to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
I don't think I ever tried those. I might have, because I remember there were these like sort of ghetto wings at this chicken shop across the road from Oceana that did feel like they were kind of like breaded wings that just didn't seem great. But yeah, but it was weird because. Obviously, like you've obviously told us about your fish and chips where you have, I think it's curry sauce.
Oh, can't be curry sauce.
But I remember down south we didn't have that as much. You could get gravy.
I'm trying to find Bird's Eye. Is it Bird's Eye? Was it Bird's Eye? I think
Bird's Eye was a brand. But yeah, they used to have gravy. I'm like, but I want curry sauce.
Hey, not for
gravy.
Hey, for start off. There's nothing wrong with gravy for a start. Gravy's great.
But
Curry
I'm
sauce is
fishing-
number one. Gravy number two, sort of thing. And if I'm down south and sauce options are non-existent, then it is just straight vinegar. Like,
Yeah.
oh, malt vinegar. Can I just say, right, oh, the best thing is, right, went to my son's rugby game last week.
What's he
Last
playing?
week.
What position?
No, he's he's at that level where they don't have official positions. He's a forward, but that's about it.
Okay.
But I tell you what, he's a mean. I reckon, I guarantee it. Right, if he actually picks it up when he's at college level, like when he starts the college and stuff, I think he will be a mean halfback. So
Yeah, 'cause I was gonna say, 'cause he's
a
quick.
forward, but he's not a forward. You know, he's in that sort of flexible position. I think he'd be a mean halfback.
Because the thing is Eddie is obviously quite slender, but still quick. But he's very long and lean, and yeah, he'd be a good halfback, I reckon.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if a coach was to say I'm going to put him as fullback. I'll be like, yeah, that makes sense. Because, like, well, you've seen my stature, you've seen the broadness.
Yes,
I carry these shoulders, dude. The camera does not do justice of how much I fill this screen. I am broad. To be fair, the worst thing is that my dad's the same. I played prop. My dad played prop. I'm pretty sure if my grandma ever played, I guarantee he was a forward at some point.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I think I played 4 games here, because rugby's not that big here, but I played hooker.
Yeah, you could be a hooker. I could see you with your legs out on a weekend, you know.
Hello, ladies.
Oh no, honestly, yeah. I mean, I'll say I could see you being a hooker. You know, exactly the best thing you want about a hooker is you don't want a tall one. You want him a good mid-range height.
Yeah,
sort of thing.
I'm definitely not tall.
You know, you don't want them super tall because they can't get in properly, and you don't want them short. I mean, oh god, we had back when I played, because I can't play anymore because I've got internal fractures in both my radii.
That doesn't sound like fun.
Oh well, no. This one happened when I was like 11. I was, you know, those chain link fences, like you get at playgrounds. I was jumping over one of them. My foot caught, so instead of jumping over, I slammed straight down, and of course I put my hand out to stop myself. So of course, massive internal fracture all the way up. And then this one happened when I had my car crash at 17. Because
Jesus Christ!
Because I was in a car accident and my car was spinning like this, and I'm being flung left, right, and center inside of the car, and I got a massive internal radial fracture all the way up. So this one was like across, this one's all the way up, and literally when that happened, because I was playing at sixth form, and the doctor was like, "You can't play again." I went, "Why not?" And he went, "Because one bad hit to either arm, and you are."
Yeah. You ain't my mum. You can't tell me what to do. And then you walk in there and you're like the doctor, and you walk in like this with both your arms broken.
I tell you what, I had that attitude, right? I turned up for practice the next week.
Yeah.
After I was recovered, I've turned up for practice next week, and the coach went, "Why are you here?" Yeah. And I went, "Oh, I'm here to play, sir. I'm all better. I'm all good." He went, "Do you think the doctor didn't ring us and tell us what your diagnosis was?" I was like, "No."
I was kind of hoping that.
He said, "If you need to help out, I'll happily have you helping out with training or anything else, but you are never going to play again. Not under me." I said, like, honestly, I am not willing to put you in that shit. And to be fair, the worst bit is I love rugby. I love playing rugby, and I want to get stuck in. I really do. And I'll tell you what, it's not helping the fact that my son's playing rugby this year, and I just want. And I'm on the sidelines. I'm like, it's like, right, calm down, because there's parent cheering, okay, and parents can get quite heated, right? Parent cheering, former player cheering. It
is a very different kettle of fish.
To get back on the field.
It is a very, very different kettle of fish when you're like, I just want to be out there.
Oh god, I honest to God, it's like I was having a chat a couple of weeks ago with one of Edward's coaches. And we're having a chat, and he's like, "Oh, you used to play? You must have played." And I said, "Yeah, I used to play back in sixth form." He's like, "We're looking for guys up at the local." I said, I was like, "Listen, coach, I really would entertain the thought, but I can't." And he went, "Why?" And I explained what had happened. He was like, Oh, yeah, that's a kind of going to be a hard one. I said, yeah, I know.
Especially because if you get too into it, I know you'll be like, no, tackle like this, boom, and then he'll walk out with these jelly arms going, ah, and having to go to the doctor. It'd be amazing.
Honestly, I wouldn't be able to help myself, and you already know what I'm like.
Yeah.
You know that it'd be like, right, we're gonna go at half speed. Nope. No, full speed.
Especially because Jordan would be like, touch rugby. You can't touch me. He just runs through, ends up freaking killing himself. You're like, Jesus Christ.
Honestly, I don't do things like that. I'm so ultra competitive. It's not even funny. But yeah, it was one of these things of. I'm enjoying my son playing rugby. It's like I had to do some. I did some tackle because he's struggling with tackling at the moment. Like a bit of confidence because it is that mental block of someone's charging at me.
Yeah, and to be fair, it is scary. Like I know when I played American football as well. Like there are times where you see guys, and they do, and especially in American football. Luckily, I wasn't too bad because I played a little bit before. But these guys lead with their heads. Or lead with or they get down with their shoulders, and it's just like it's a nightmare.
But no offense, you will if you've got armor on, which you do in American football, right? You are padded. It's the reason why I find it hilarious.
That being said, though,
reactions,
it hurts like a bitch, but it still hurts because the problem is, though, is like when you go in with your shoulder, and people aren't wearing padding. You still go in hard, but you may hold back a touch. When you literally have no fear about getting injured because you've got all these things, you go in like so hard, it's ridiculous. And even with padding, it hurts. Like I watched a dude break his neck where he went in head first and the dude hit him in the sternum and you heard this crack. And it cracked his sternum. The other dude was knocked unconscious and he fractured 2 vertebrae in his head. And this is just them going in because they think they can. So I do think that I'm not disagreeing. Rugby hits and some of these AFL football hits are brutal. But these things still bloody hurt because people are fucking dumb and just be like, I'm not holding back. I've got armour on.
Listen, there is no... I mean, I know the age-old argument between the two American football and rugby players of who hits harder. The fact is that I do enjoy watching American people watching rugby and like, oh my god, are they psychotic?
Yeah, it is.
I can't have this because honestly, don't get me wrong. You watch a professional rugby game, like high level professional rugby, and you see the hits that these guys do. It's like, oh my god,
especially
I would
some
never
of
allow
them.
My child, I would. To be fair, ring, ring, ring. In 10 years' time, ring, 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 and I've got the head of England or the head of the All Blacks on the phone saying we want Edward to play for the national team. Would I be super proud? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Would I want it? Absolutely. Do I want him to be on the physical pitch with these monsters? Absolutely not.
That's the hardest thing too, though, is he could be playing for like the next 20 years, make the British team or make the Kiwi team, whichever one. But the funny thing is, though, is to you, he's still that little boy. And I think that's the hardest thing. Like, he could go out and absolutely trounce all of them. Like, he could take a New Zealand centre and drop him on his head, and then you'd just be like, oh no, my little boy. And I'm like, bro, no. Your little boy is tough as nails.
Have you seen... No, the problem is that I've been to professional rugby games. I've been to see the All Blacks. I've been to see England play. I've been to see London Irish. And I've seen lots of actual physical watching it at the stadium. And every time I've gone to watch it live, I'm like, oh, we're going to have a good match. It's going to be good, and you're all pumped up. And the second you see them walking out of the tunnel, you're like, Jesus, how big are they?
They're big O's. They're real big O's.
Every time. It shocks me every time.
Well, I remember when I went to Twickenham, we were lucky enough. We went to Twickenham and we were sitting about 8 rows. And like the winger came down and this guy came across and hit him. And I just remember the sound. I'm like...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's hilarious in rugby.
Like, because it's audible. Like, it's not just like... Boom, and they roll over. You actually hear them, and I'm like, I've seen American football, and they still hit really hard in American football. But then, you're just like, the sound, and you're like, that's just head on bone, or that's just shoulder on bone, or mid thigh, or whatever it was. And you're like, oh my god.
With American football, right? Because, you see the padding, you can see the armour, you know there's going to be a sound. You can fully, so, right, line charges, boom, all right, do they hit hard? Absolutely. You can see it. and you expect the sound, but when you hear it in rugby and you hear it, you're like, ooh, everyone goes, ooh, you know. Because it just, to be fair, I see it on the sideline. I'm standing on the sidelines watching my son's rugby games, and you see some of the tackles they do and stuff like that, and it's like, ooh.
That's not how you make porridge. Just boom, you're like, God damn.
But yeah, honestly, it just cracked up. But yeah, I loving watching rugby at the moment, sort of thing.
100%. It's hard not to, like, and that's the thing with so many different things, whether it's video games, whether it's sports. It is hard sometimes just not to be like, oh, this is amazing. And
yeah,
it's exciting.
Is that, I'll tell you now, Elle's having to tell me to be quiet. She's because of course, because as every parent does, of course you're an immediate coach the second your child's on the field.
Oh, yeah.
So you're coaching the team. You're coaching the team without being the coach. You're like, come on, follow up. And you're doing all this jazz. And Elle's like, will you be quiet? You are not.
I will ban you from this. You're like, no, that'd be fine with me coming. It's like, not them, me. Yes, I love you dearly, but you're banned.
Honestly, I think I am going to be banned at this point because
It's like I'm either going to be banned or be made the assistant coach. I'm not sure which.
Well, I'm kind of being volunteered for things at the moment, sort of thing.
Oh, that's
right. There's a coaching course coming up, and I'm like, oh well, I went and bought boots for a startup. Now I haven't had a pair of football or rugby boots for what? Since I was in school.
I'm going to say, until you kind of got your little T-Rex arms that you can't do anything with.
Listen, I went out and bought some because I'm like, you know what? Actually, maybe I could be assistant ref or something like that. And yeah, it's not going to be pretty.
Oh, man.
I'm going to be...
I can imagine little T-Rex arm coach there blowing his whistle and getting him on him for nothing. You're like, no.
Do you remember the football ref, the bald guy from France?
Yeah.
I'll be like him. I'm going to...
Didn't they turn him in, or didn't they use his likeness or turn him into that one for Celebrity Deathmatch where they had that little claymation thing? Am I right in thinking that? I'm pretty sure I am.
Well, no, it wasn't specifically said it was meant to be here, but it was. God, Celebrity Deathmatch! Oh my God, what a show that was!
Yes.
I actually kind of wish that was still going. It was so good.
It was so ridiculous, to be fair.
It was. I have a feeling that some of our age are going to go, Celebrity Death, what now?
Just do us a favour, pause this, open another thing on YouTube, go watch it.
Watch an episode.
Even if it's just an episode. The problem is too, though, is they're probably not going to know any of the bloody. No,
most of the celebrities on there are still relevant.
Are they?
Well, some of them aren't, but there are a lot of well-known celebrities. That's the reason why Celebrity Deathmatch was so good, because they picked out people who was still really big.
Yeah, true. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I must say that it was 10 Shades of Ridiculous. But
it was always on MTV for me.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah. About to say, I don't know if it was. Oh, the Marilyn Manson one was great.
Oh God,
my God, the Marilyn Manson one was fabulous.
It's just going to be now a Celebrity Deathmatch. We're just going to be us reacting to Celebrity Deathmatch.
Oh my God, Busta Rhymes versus William Shakespeare. Do you remember that one?
There's so many good ones though. That's the problem.
Oh, and the Mariah Carey, Jim Carrey one.
Oh God, the best. Yeah, the Battle of the Careys, I think it was called, or something like this.
It was.
Just do yourself a favour, guys. Go watch a few episodes. It is 12 Shades of Ridonkadonk, but
yeah,
it is still fun, and it is a lot of fun.
Honestly, it was hilarious as the show was. But yeah. But anyway, definitely highly recommend that show. In fact, funnily enough, we were talking because the other day we were listening to random playlists on Spotify, and we played a meme list for Edward, because obviously Edward was with us, and of course he gets memes. And one of the songs came on, which me and Ellie both reacted to, but he didn't get it, which was the Pink Panther thing.
The Pink Panther?
Yeah. Dun-dun,
oh,
dun-dun. Yeah. And it was that, and we were discussing whether or not Edward would enjoy the Pink Panther now, because and I kind of want him to watch an episode, but the problem is that it is a very slow cartoon if you think about it. Like modern day standards,
it's horribly slow, to be fair.
But it's funny. I love the Pink. I used to love watching the Pink Panther all the time.
See,
Used to crack me.
I can't think of I don't even remember watching an episode of it, to be fair. Like, I remember knowing about it and stuff, but far out, I could not remember it. If you were to be like, do you remember this episode? I'm like, no. Not even remotely. No idea.
Oh god. Oh, I feel so old. Anyway, right. Anyway, we'll end it there because I've just realised how long we've been recording for, and I'm going to get shouted at.
How long have you been recording for? You don't even know how long you've been recording for.
I'm going to add on an extra 10 minutes on what my one is. I already
Jesus.
know.
Some people. Like, we try to record a podcast for you guys, and then all of a sudden Jordan just forgets to press record.
All right. Yeah. Forget to press record. Yeah. I turned up late. Come on. Anything else? Anything else you want to fire
You're
at
looking
me?
very shabby. I thought you'd be much neater and better kept.
Yes, I am fully aware about the shabbiness of this look.
I still think that it's cool that your wife's forcing you to grow it out. When most wives are like, cut it, you look horrid. And your wife's like,
no,
yeah.
the beard, the lines they really need doing badly. I'll say they are not pretty at the moment, sort of thing. I'm thinking of getting. I'm thinking of doing a fade. Should I do a fade?
Oh my god!
Beard? And a fade into my.
Settle down, Jersey Shore. Like, come on. Like, you know what you need? You need these freaking, like, the big flat top thing, like Paulie D. Oh yeah! And then it's having to come in, just break into the door or something. Like,
anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for
after killing Jordan, it's all over.
Liking and subscribing. You can find us available on Spotify and YouTube as well as various other podcast platforms. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah! It's all over.
Please make sure you do like and subscribe to the channel wherever possible. Everything helps, and comment where you can. Much love. Peace out. And we'll be back next week.
Jordan may not be back.
Really tickle my ribs.
Thanks, guys. Peace.